Hi, I'm Carla Deering. I'm CEO of Sum180. Sum180 is an online financial wellness service made for everyone that starts where they are and gives them 3 next steps that improves their finances and helps them live better now and in the future. Sum180 is sold to employers as a benefit for their employees. Employers get increased productivity and ultimately improved retention. And they get more confidence that their employees will be ready to retire when the time comes. Employees get improved finances. And it turns out that's really important. Half of employees have less than $1,000 for a medical emergency. Less than half of employees who have access to a retirement plan if their company use it. And that 44% is actually broken out 68% for the managerial people and 19% for the service people. For those who do use their plan, a third take hardship loans from it. And of those, 70% default when they lose their job while the loan is open. So companies are increasingly seeing costs of as much as $8,000 per employee for time that's being spent on the job for personal concerns, especially finances. So the employer can give Sum180 to their employee as a benefit to address this. The employee goes online and completes their profile with what they make, what they spend, what they own, and what they owe. So we get their full picture. And Sum180 gives them, first of all, their accomplishments, what they're doing right, which is really important for breaking down those emotional barriers that so many of us have in dealing with our money. It also makes us more open to real behavior change. The second thing Sum180 gives is 3 very specific, personalized next steps to take with their money. Like, let's say, pay an extra $79 on your credit card for the next 7 months to clean it up. Something like that. And then the employee takes action. It turns out that most of us really just need to know what to do next in order to feel like we can move forward and make a positive change. So the employee can work on their steps. They can speak to an advisor if they have additional questions and concerns. They can explore the Sum180 community for peer feedback. And they can use the mobile app to track their progress and stay engaged. Sum180 is sold directly to companies for an average of approximately $22 per employee. And it's sold to wellness platforms that do the client acquisition themselves for approximately $1 per employee. With this business model, in year 5, you've got $28 million in revenues on about $10 million in expenses, which is a margin of 64%. With $500,000 in seed money, we have launched our MVP in September of 2016. We've completed a pilot with Young Brands and with KFC Foundation. We are a preferred financial wellness provider to Thrive Pass and Wellness Navigator that are both very significant platforms. And we're the exclusive financial wellness partner for Russell Investments, which is the 4th largest fiduciary advisor in the country. In the beginning of this year, we asked our Sum180 community, what are your financial goals for 2017? And 55% said, build my savings. The rest said things like, pay down my debt, cut my spending, set a budget and stick with it. That's what gets us up every morning at Sum180. We're going to help them get there or hit it out of the park. Thank you.
Great job. So my question is the business model a little bit. So you said your key partners. Have you actually had customers, or are you mixing the term there first? That's my first part of the question.
Thank you. Our customer would be the company, and our user would be their employee. And we have 5 pilot clients, 2 of which are Yum and KFC. So yes, we have customers.
Okay, so those
And
are paying
the
customers.
others are partners, like resellers, consultants, gatekeepers, who are offering our service to their clients.
So what's your revenues to date?
To date, we're almost pre-revenue, very beginning, around 50,000.
Around 50,000. Have you ever? I'm trying to see the company's role to be able to make sure that the finances are good for the employee. I do understand the wellness programs and things like that. Have you ever thought about shopping this to actually people that lend money and things like that might want to make sure that the person can pay them back?
Yes,
There
absolutely.
be other revenue models outside of.
Potential partners are banks that are trying to provide extra services to their depositors. Insurance companies who are trying to provide insurance and feel like their customers need more services and more help with planning. There's actually many ways for this to navigate its way to success.
So how do you get over privacy concerns by the end user? So, the person is not totally always open with their company or their managers regarding their finances, particularly if they're borrowing from their 401k. So how do you convince the end user that the data that they put into their iPhone will be held in confidence?
Sure. The first thing is that this data is held on Sum180 servers away from the company, and that turns out to be one of the key concerns that employees have. Secondly, we have bank-level security in the product itself, even though we don't touch their money. And thirdly, we don't ask for any sensitive information like social security, etc. Now, do some people still have concerns? Yes. And we just have to work with that. And other people put their financial information out there, beep, Venmo or wherever, so, it's an issue.
What motivated you to choose this space to start a company?
My background is finance, and then I grew up on Wall Street in New York, and then I did a decade in the nonprofit world, and then I did the last 6 years in digital marketing, and I got really excited that if you think about it, this is the combination of all of those things. In our digital marketing, we found that communities would talk about just everything, but when it came to money, there was complete radio silence. We knew that if we could understand why that was and connect finance in a way that would work for them, that it would be transformational.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.